In this video, I'm going to tell you guys how to win every single game in Dead Rail. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe to the video, guys. Alright, so the classes I recommend you take are either going to be Cowboy and Survivalist if you're solo or with around 2 to 3 people. However, if you actually have 4 people or so, then I recommend you take a Conductor just because you will need a lot less fuel and it'll make it a lot easier and a lot more streamlined to get to the end. Just know that Conductor will not be able to fight. He is pretty much just there to manage the train, so just keep that in mind. If you're classless, that is also fine. You could still win. It just will be a significant amount harder if you're classless, because some of the classes are just really good for actually winning the game. At the absolute start of the game, you guys want to buy 2 revolver ammo and 2 coal if you're a cowboy. If you're not a cowboy, buy 3 coal with the gold bar plus the starting money. Everybody just buy as much coal as you can if there is no cowboy or starting revolver. Now, as soon as you get out of the first outpost, I recommend stopping at the absolute first house you see. Try to grab as much fuel as you can, even the zombies there, just to make it to your first town. Be as quick as possible so you can clear first town before it becomes nighttime. Now, I recommend never stopping for outlaws or camps unless you're prepared. Like, if you have a gun or something like that, you can. Because you could die really quickly from gunshots to the head. They will kill you almost immediately and end your run immediately. So never stop for them unless you are adequately prepared. Now, when you reach the first town, you guys, if you do not have a gun at this point, glitch the zombies on the entrance to it. So on the area that you can walk up, you could stand on top of it and glitch the zombies on it. So you could just melee them without them even having a chance of hitting you. Now, you want to do this to your best of your ability to clear as many zombies as you can. After you do this, you guys want to rush the bank and church to grab all the valuables in there. And then, with whatever space you have left, pick up as much fuel as you can. Barrels and chairs work really great, or you can use zombies as an absolute last-ditch resort. After you're done robbing this town of all of its money, you guys, at the next outpost, I recommend buying a rifle and plenty of ammo. Like at least 100 to 160 ammo. Get that much rifle ammo. Spend the rest on snake oils or bandages if you're in a team, and I would recommend leaving the outpost as night is about to end. At the next town, I want you to use your rifle and clear out the entire town. Make sure to rush bank and church just like before. And if you need more fuel, make sure to grab barrels and chairs, or even use zombies if you have to refuel your train. Try to get it to max as fast as possible, like your train fuel, so you guys can leave before night and get to the next outpost. At the next outpost, you guys want to buy armor if you can. If there's no armor there, that's fine too. You don't actually need armor. It just helps out a lot against outlaws. And I would also recommend buying armor plates. Now, armor plates, I'm going to show you guys where you guys should be putting it on your train to minimize the chance of you getting shot if you come across any outlaws, because they can kill you as you're driving, even if it's unlikely. Lightning rod is very helpful, but you don't actually need a lightning rod. So don't worry about getting one if you can't just normally find one. Getting a turret and turret ammo is also really nice for the end of the game specifically. Now, after you buy these armor plates, I would recommend actually spending the rest of your money on rifle ammo and or coal. If you actually need more coal, I would prioritize that over rifle, because rifle is a one-shot kill to the head, so that's always nice. And if there's a lantern or torch on sale, you should probably grab one, put it around the middle of your train so you can see everything that's on your train at night, because it's very annoying trying to find something at night. Now, at the next town, you want to do the same exact thing as before. Just clear the town with your rifle, rush bank and church to grab the crucifix, the gold bars, and even bonds if you want to get those, and get more fuel like barrels and chairs with zombies as you actually need to fuel your train. At the next outpost, I would try to buy armor more now than before. You want to buy more ammo, coal, and plates. You just basically want to get everything you haven't gotten yet, because I know the general shops, they're randomized, so you might not have what you need yet. I would just focus on getting coal, because not every general store has coal, and you want to get a bunch of coal in your train so you could just bulldoze your way through the rest of the game after you do a certain point. Now, what I would recommend doing after this outpost is you skip the next town and go straight to the outpost. You can only do this if you have enough fuel, so yeah, if your train isn't full, you might have to stop at the next town just to refuel it. You could also get the banks and stuff like that. It's not needed, but you can do it. It's just like skipping the next town. You less of a chance of dying, obviously. You're probably going to have full fuel if you have enough coal. It's just a very good thing to do. Just skip the next town. You don't need it. Now, the only special building you should be doing in this one is castle. Make sure to grab a horse. Anytime you could kill an outlaw, you could even put a saddle on a horse if you have to. Just get a horse up to this point, for one for each player. I would recommend only doing castle, skip Tesla and the actual fort, Just because you are very likely to die from them, it's not worth doing if you're just trying to win. Tesla makes the end of the game extremely hard compared to normal. Now, a castle should spawn right before the next outpost. You should use that outpost, wait overnight, let the turrets kill everything, use the bodies to fuel up your train, and then go to the castle with your horses. When you have your horses, you want to point them away from the entrance, just in case if you get rushed by like 3 werewolves or something, or you get low, you can run away. I'd recommend getting a bunch of snake oil as well, just because if you get low, you can easily heal yourself. I would also recommend watching for vampires appearing behind you. You can die for vampires just like randomly appearing, so be very, very careful of vampires. Now, after you do castle, you got all those bonds, you got an absolute ton of money. An absolute ton of money. Like, you just got an absolute buttload of money. Very, very good money. So, with all that money, buy anything that I said before that you do not have yet. Armor plates, armor. Get as much coal as possible. Get like 300 ammo in your rifle. Just get anything you do not have up until this point, because the castle pretty much is just going to be your money for the rest of the run. You don't need to stop for anything else. Coal is very important by this point in the game, so make sure you have enough coal. I'd recommend just skipping every single town, skipping everything until you get to the 70,000 meter outpost. If you have enough coal, or if there's a coal being sold after you do castle, you can have enough coal to do this. I'd recommend just skipping everything after castle. Use all that money to buy coal at outposts, and just use that coal to go to the end of the game. Now, I'd recommend stopping at the 70,000 meter outpost and waiting just before it turns nighttime. So just before it turns nighttime, you want to actually leave the 70,000 meter outpost, and you will get to the end of the game around when day is starting to come into effect. So you have the entire day to clear outposts. Now, as you get close to outposts, I recommend stopping the train a decent amount of the way away, walking up and sniping the turrets and sniping people inside, just so you don't die from running your train in and getting headshot like 3 times in a row. Would be very bad for that to happen at the very end of the run. So just keep that in mind, right? After you cleared everybody in it, I recommend taking the train, parking it at the entrance if you have a turret. If you don't have a turret, it doesn't really make a difference. You could just leave the train there. If you have a turret on the back of your train, park it near the entrance and use the turret to shoot people as they spawn. Obviously, you want to turn that wheel as fast as possible. So if you do want to loot the side buildings, you can either loot them as they're spawning, so turn that wheel immediately, or try to loot the buildings as fast as possible so you can turn the wheel and pretty much finish the game before it turns nighttime, so you don't get like werewolves spawning as you're getting outlaws and zombies rushing at you. If you don't have a turret, you can either stand at the entrance sniping at enemies, or stand on the back of the outpost and snipe them as they come to you. You pretty much just won the game by this point. You're probably not going to die to them if you didn't die to anyone before, so... But just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Those 2 points are the best places to stay. And if you followed everything in this video, you should win the game very, very easily. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I hope you guys win the game. If you guys enjoyed this video, if this video helps you out, like the video, subscribe, comment below what your favorite part of Dead Rails is, and I hope to see you next one. Peace out.